All right, welcome to the program. Ike Barinholtz, you've seen him in the league, Mindy Kaling Project, and he's got a new movie coming out called The Oath. Ike, how's it going?
How are you, brother?
You look amazing. You look amazing. Your chest hair is so black and lush.
I cannot thank you enough for what you just said.
All right, so you're from Chicago. You're a huge Cubs fan. Why not the White Sox?
Well, just because I went to school.
Ah, come on, that's low.
No, it's funny. My family really are kind of more Sox fans. My dad's like a true Chicagoan. True Chicagoans can actually appreciate both teams, right? But we grew up right near Wrigley Field, and the Cubs were kind of good when I was like 6 and 7. It was the '84 Ryne Sandberg, Jody Davis team, and so I just became diehard Cubs fans. And yeah, it's they're just better than Sox fans. First of all, Wrigley Field or Guaranteed Rate Arena. What sounds like a more fun time? Honey, let's go to Wrigley Field. Come on, we'll have some beers. We'll watch the Cubs, or let's go to Guaranteed Rate Arena and apply for a home loan. I mean,
Wrigleyville is one of the most amazing fields, period. I almost went up there for the World Series to go hang out in Wrigleyville. I chickened out, but did you go to any of the games during the World Series?
I went to Game 3 with my wife and a couple friends, and that was a bad game. That was when Corey Kluber destroyed us. And then the next night, I had tickets from the Cubs for Game 4, which was the game where they turned it all around. And I woke up and I was like, I feel like shit today.
That sucks.
And at like 4 o'clock, I fainted. And I got up, I had the flu, and my dad's like, well, we're not going to the game. I'm like, no, fuck that, I'm going to the game. He's like, no, you're not. So I could not go to Game 4 because I was too sick. It's like the plot of some horrible movie starring Jim Belushi in the 80s. He's got Cubs tickets, but he's sick.
Is there anything that can bring the White Sox fans and Cubs together at all?
At the end of the day, the rivalry will disappear, and I'm going to tell you a quick story. I'm at the old U.S. Cellular Field for a Cubs-Sox Crosstown Classic in 1999, and there's a small contingent of Cubs fans that are about to get the shit kicked out of them by a big contingent of White Sox fans. And you know that feeling where a fight is about to break out and people are going to get hurt?
Yeah.
And this one Sox fan flicked a cigarette and hit a Cub fan, and the Cub fan started moving, and you could feel the room move, and some guy busts in front of these two guys, and he pushes them and goes, hey, 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 fuck Green Bay. And everyone goes, yeah, fuck Green Bay. So what can heal the divide between the Cubs and the Sox is our mutual hatred for the Packers.
All right, I'm going to ask you this, but I have to. Give me your best Harry Caray.
When Sammy Sosa was a rookie, he hit 3 home runs in one game, and Harry was like half in the bag, and he was like, oh my God, they're dancing in the streets of Chicago tonight, and they're dancing in the streets of Puerto Rico tonight. And Steve Stone said yes, and the Dominican Republic, which is where Sammy's from.
It's classic Harry Caray.
He was a good man. Rest in peace. Miss you, Harry. Miss you every day.
All right, so I want to talk about The Oath for a second. I'm not going to give too much away, but it's a film that deals with political divisiveness within the family. And so you growing up in Chicago, having Sox fans in the family, you're a Cubs fan, have you ever dealt with that divisiveness in your family?
When it comes up, when the Cubs come up, my mom will be the first one to make a joke about them and be like, I know they won the World Series, but they're still losers. And like any rational person over the age of 13 would be like, oh, Mom, they're one of the most famous teams in the world. They won the World Series 2 years ago. You're just joking. But what I do is I go, shut up! I'm 41. I'm talking to a 67-year-old woman who birthed me, and I'm telling her to shut up because she's lightly mocking a team that I'm so marginally involved in that I almost have zero stake in. But yet, the passion of the sports turns you into a dick, and I am a dick.
Noted. You are a dick. All right. So what is the one thing, because we all have that one thing, what is the one thing, one sports opinion that would make you get up from the dinner table and leave?
Kobe Bryant is better than Michael Jordan. I can't imagine. I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm kind of like, maybe LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, but some people in LA, like hardcore Laker fans, would be like, Kobe was more dominant. And I'm like, do you know what the word dominant means? And they'll start to give me Kobe stats, and I'm like, okay, great. Fuck Kobe. Michael Jordan's the best. If someone said that to me sincerely, I would have a hard time coming to terms with that.
All right, I do have to ask you though, another Chicago thing. Cubs falling short in the postseason. How we doing? How do you feel about it?
We're not great. The Cubs lost. The Red Sox will probably win. And it's good to give people from Boston more of a reason to be a dick, because they need that. They don't have enough with the Patriots. They need also the Red Sox to be the best baseball team ever.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's do some hypotheticals. All right, would you ever make a sports movie? You know, you're such a big sports fan. Has that ever crossed your mind to maybe tackle something like that?
For sure. We actually wrote one for Amy Poehler, where she's the first female NBA head coach, which is hilarious, and we actually might end up making. But sports movies are, like, sports and gangster movies are my favorite genre, and I think there's more great sports movies than maybe in any other genre. I mean, you got Slapshot, you got The Natural, you got Bull Durham, which I think is the best of them all, Major League.
I love Bull Durham. That is hands down the best of all time. All right, I want to ask you another hypothetical. All right, who would you have on your softball team? Tiffany Haddish or Mindy Kaling?
I'm gonna go with Tiffany only because I've played softball with Mindy, and because of that, I'm gonna go with Tiffany.
Like on a scale of like 1 to 10.
With Min playing softball, I'm gonna give her a 3.
Oh, wow.
It's not like the worst I've ever seen.
It's still pretty bad.
It's not great.
Okay.
But she's like the greatest writer around, and she's hilarious and amazing. But softball, not happening.
All right, so Mindy Kaling officially a 3 in softball, off the charts in writing. All right, Ike, thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. Everybody go see The Oath. Ike, tell them a little bit about it. Tell them where they can see it.
They can see The Oath October 19th all across the country. Hold on, I got a phone call from Mindy coming in. Hey, how did you see it already? No, it was, you didn't get the full context. Can I call you in 5 minutes? I'm sorry. Who's the snitch? Who called Mindy?
Not me, not me. All right, Ike, thank you so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate it.